Damn. There you go.
What's good?
Better? Better?
What up? What up? How you guys doing?
All right. Everything's cool now? You can hear us on point and everything?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Oh, yeah. There we go. We had to hop off that metro. We had to get on.
That's funny.
What's up with your friend, though? What's going on?
Man, chilling. Thanks for having me on, man. Just just got back from Frank and Sons a little earlier, checking out some collectibles, just kind of hanging out with girlfriend, hanging out with the pup, doing all that. So it's been a chill day.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
hey, for the people that's been hiding under a rock, let everybody know who you are and what you do.
All right. My name's Fran, aka Franelations. I've been putting content online for over 10 years now, mainly sneaker related, but also like collectibles, gaming, toys, stuff I'm into. In the past 4 years, I was involved with a brand called Sound Boys, and I recently stepped away from that. But yeah, that's me.
Oh, we was gonna say that for last, but if you want to talk about that right now, so what's going on? Why you stepping away?
Yeah, I mean, it's personal reasons overall, but it's something.
Wait, hold on. Let me cut you off. Before we talk about that, let's talk about how did Sandal Boys come about? Like, how did it first start?
Yeah, we actually don't even got to get right into that.
Yeah, let's talk about how did it come together first, because I don't think anybody ever asked you that story.
Yeah, but I definitely don't mind, diving into that. So basically, one of my partners came up with the idea for Sound Boys, maybe like 4 years ago. And the first year we did like research and development. He had told me about it, and at first I kind of laughed at it. I'm gonna be honest, just because I'd always wanted to do something in footwear, but like sandals not like the avenue I ever thought I'd be going into. So at first I kind of laughed about it, but the more I thought about it, I was like, being a collector of sneakers and stuff like that, seeing, the dope packaging and the crazy releases and the crazy materials and all this stuff, I think that's something that hasn't really been done with sandals. So if we, had our own flavor to it and did something crazy with it, I thought it could be dope, which is. And so yeah, that's how the idea, came to be.
So the idea of doing sandals wasn't your ideal?
Was not my idea, but the team that we had put together, I knew that we can get something going crazy, and that's what we did. And we all had our own like piece to the puzzle, something we brought to the table. And that's what it was.
I remember when you first got the first two colorways in the green. I remember
you saw the samples. You were there at the apartment.
You texted me the samples. You was like, "Don't post nothing." I was like, "Okay." Where was you at? You was in China, or where was you at?
Indonesia. I was excited. I was letting all the homies know, like, this is what's next. I was super excited.
Yeah. Greens are so raw.
So how much involved were you in the process of those first pairs? Like, were you? I know you were in Indonesia. Yeah. But were you the only one out there, or was the whole team out there?
No, for that first trip, it was just me and one of my other partners, and I was very much involved because we have a designer. He had done the tech packs and stuff like this, but there's little intricate things that, he wasn't out there and the time difference. So it was me and Drew and, in those final hours, kind of like deciding what is what. And, my main thing was picking out the packaging and everything like this and paying attention to those details and stuff like that. So, I mean, I was very much involved throughout the whole process, but I was not like designing the product or anything like this, but I was very much involved in the marketing and a lot of little intricate details that have like appeared throughout the brand's history, basically.
I was on some real Frank Lucas shit.
What?
Yeah, I was on some Frank Lucas shit. Y'all was going right to the source with it.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, every piece of the puzzle is done at separate locations and sent together to then be like created into one piece. So we definitely went all out as far as production goes and wanted to make sure everything was spot on. So,
right. What was your favorite collabo with Sandal Boys that you guys did?
I mean, my favorite collab's got to be the pigeons, man. Like, that's one of my favorite shoes of all time, and to be able to work with Jeff and just like even the story like how I met Jeff and told him how one day I wanted to be doing footwear, and he was one of our first collabs, and that whole trifecta or whatever, circling back to those early days when I first met him. That was really cool for me. And the pop-up we did out in LA was crazy. The turnout was crazy for that too. So for me, that was one of the biggest moments. But obviously, of course, like BBC, I think that's like the main collab that people found out about the brand. If they didn't already know about us, that collab definitely got eyes on the brand.
Celebrities you'll say was like, yeah, this is it. They in my shit. Like this really popping. Like,
wait, was that? Sorry.
Who was like one, like, I don't say celebrity, but somebody that was in them, that was in the Sender Boys. I was like, man, like I got him to wear my shit.
Yeah. So some of the craziest, the very first like super crazy thing I remember was like Kylie Jenner, and then like soon after that, like the Migos. That was crazy, and then like Lonzo Ball. I think those three probably like some. Oh yeah, Tiana Taylor recently. That was crazy. So there's definitely been some like crazy names in the product, and it seemed like every week there was someone that was rocking it somewhere. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember Lonzo Ball. He was the whole summer league. He had him on.
I remember also.
Yeah, the crazy thing about Lonzo is for him that was he's accepting like an MVP award for like summer league or something like that, and he came out wearing those. And then I think it was on ESPN or something like that. Michael like Rappaport or whatever his name was like talking about the sandals on like national television. Yeah. That was crazy too. So yeah, definitely some.
Recently, I've seen what's the dude from No Jumper? Adam.
Oh, Adam.
He had the interview with Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy was asking about him.
Yeah. So I met Adam maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and I've been hooking him up with sandals, and we both get along because Pokemon Go and all this. So that was dope. That clip from his podcast, he had texted me that night. He's like, "Yo, I gave you like the best look ever," and then like, the next day I saw the podcast, and that shit was crazy.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what happened? Why are you stepping away from Sandal Boys?
Now I don't really think I need to get into too much on that, but like in general, it's definitely been on my mind. Like I would, talk to close friends and family about it like damn near every day. I'm gonna be honest. So it's just not, I shouldn't be that upset over it that often. So I just thought it was best for me to separate at that point. Yeah, it just I think overall, I mean, I learned a lot from the situation. There's things I would not have known to do, and like, we were literally in like board meetings and like stuff like this, and I'm just sitting there. It's a learning experience. We did a lot in a short amount of time, and I'm thankful for that. But I guess on to different things next year, I guess you could say. So
sometimes shit run its course.
Yeah. So for me, that's the case. And they're gonna keep on going as they should, 100%. And so that's what it is.
So who are the people because I only know you. Mm-hmm. I know you and Ray, but how many people are involved in Sandal Boys? There's 5 of us involved. We've all like been in it since pretty much the beginning. But there's a few additions that were like really, it's hard to explain. Like at first, maybe in like a small capacity, they were helping out, but then continued to where it's like obvious that they're 100% a part of this, and there's no taking that away or anything like that. So in general, there's 5 of us. Okay. I know for sure that Ray is one of your OG homies. You're so basically all of them I met like 5 years ago. I know a different Ray that's like an OG homie and everything like that, but all of them I met a year before we started talking about the brand. I met all of them just before. So yeah. So Ray Santos isn't the Ray that used to be in your videos back in the day? No, that's Ray Natividad. Yeah, so that's a whole nother Ray. That's a whole different Ray. Oh, so Grizzly Ray, so all the people that's involved in Sandal Boys are people you just met 5 years ago. Yep, exactly. I actually met Ray and Drew out in Vegas during like EDC weekend or something like that. We
we're all partying out there, and that's how I met them. So yeah.
Oh, the whole time I thought that was OG Ray.
No, not the case.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know everybody's gonna ask. I mean, I know it's already part of your life, but what about the Sandal Boys tattoo you got on your neck?
Man, again, these were like amazing times in my life in general, and I'm sure there's gonna be amazing times in my life to come that I'm gonna be putting on my body as well. So it's not something I'm trying to like erase or like take away or anything like that. It's just at this moment, I don't feel like I should be continuing doing it, but it's still like a chapter, like a thing to happen, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a chapter in your life. It's a learning experience.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm sure something else will be on the other side of my neck that is just as important to me, you know, in the coming years. So we'll see.
Oh wait, no, it might be more important. I see some stuff coming your way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Skate the Great put it the best. He was like, it's like when Cube left NWA.
Right. Right. I mean, we'll see the outcome. Like we no one knows, right? But I'm really excited.
I know.
There's projects that I have in the works already, like solo projects, whether it's like collaborations and stuff like this. So, yeah, next year should be fun.
So, will you still venture out into sandals, or are you going to do something different?
So, my line, it's going to be clothing, but when I collab with other brands, I'll be focusing on what they do. So, like, I have another sneaker collab lined up for next year, and so rather than being under the Franelations like branding, it'll be under, you know, my new brand name. So. Like that, that'll be a good way to like launch the brand and stuff like this. So yeah.
Okay, we have a name. We have a name for the new brand.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a name for it yet. Every day I've been writing stuff down and picking and choosing and everything like this. So I'm not there yet with this, but I'm getting there.
Mainly clothing.
Yeah. So like the first few pieces is gonna be like sweatpants, hoodies, and shirts. So yeah, like graphic design all throughout. So, you know, I'm excited.
Okay, that'll work. So you're done with sandals?
I mean, I wouldn't say done. Who knows? Like maybe at some point, sometime, you know, I'll do some sandals, but it's definitely not. I'm not looking to jump right back into that right now.
Right. I feel it.
So as of now, you're done with Sandal Boys. Like you don't even consider yourself Sandal Boys anymore?
No, I unfollowed when I posted. I did all that. Yeah, took it out of my bio. I actually forgot. You would think I'd remember this, but I forgot it was in my bio. Paperboy. He's like, it's not official till I see the avatar change and the bio switch up. And he's like, I want all my money back too.
And what do you think about when people tell you that? Like, you were the only reason that people supported.
When I put that video out, I did not know what was going to happen. Like, obviously, I have no clue. But I was not expecting that. That was crazy. The amount of support and everything like that. It helped me realize that I probably did make the right decision because I was going back and forth over it for months. I was like, is this the right move for me? You know, am I making the wrong move here? But I already know. It was just time. So the comments definitely helped.
Definitely bought them.
Yeah, that is the only like a lot of, like I was reading the comments and everything, and a lot of people was like, I didn't even know there was other people in Sandal Boys, because for sure you were like, we didn't support Sandal Boys, we supported Fran.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, I had the text, I had the DMs of people saying that before too, but you know, yeah, it is what it is. I would have loved to stay because I had some amazing projects lined up. Like literally some brands that have been my favorite brands my whole life, or at least half my life at this point. We have literally projects in production with them, and you know, I didn't think it was worth staying there for that.
So will these projects still go forward since you're not there?
We'll see. I think so. I mean, as far as I know, with the brand, no, I don't think so. But I think I might still be doing something with them next year and stuff like this. So.
Okay. Oh, because you're the main contact of these.
Yeah, I was in contact with those.
Yeah. course.
So,
Take your
those are my relationships and stuff. So
yeah, take your Rolodex.
Yeah, well deserved. Hey,
Yeah.
me personally, in the future, I do see you getting your own SB, and I hope you do.
All right.
still a goal of mine. So we'll see. I hope so. Crossing my fingers. Like when I first started doing this, that was the main goal, was a Nike SB shoe specifically. And this year I got a sneaker, and next year I'll have my second one. But I'm still working towards that main goal there. So.
Oh yeah, talk about your sneaker. What was it with?
That was with Elati.
Elati,
Elati's
yeah.
an Italian company. I had been talking to them for years, and we did 2 colorways. This is my favorite of the 2. It has my branding right here, Frenellations. That's like my logo on YouTube. It's got like the crazy leather, made in Italy, the like stretchy like neoprene tongue, everything like this. The little metal like lace tips, crazy detailing, everything like this. The cross stitch on the back. Mine looking a little bit rugged because I jumped into the ocean with them, but it's all good. Had to celebrate. So yeah,
As you should.
Yeah.
So once again, we never heard of that brand until you got involved. So is that a model they already had, or they let you had input on your own model?
That's my colorway. So that's the model they already had. The sneaker itself was already designed and stuff like this, but they're like in Nordstrom's. They've been in Kits, stuff like this. Like they're definitely fairly well known company. I met the owner through my friend's cousin, and we just went out for drinks one night in New York and met up another day in LA, and we've stayed in contact ever since, and finally happened. So yeah.
You got anything else coming out with them?
We'll see. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see.
That's what's up, bro.
So, yeah.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit. How did you get? What was your? Let me see how I can put it. How did you get into the content that you were putting out, like YouTube wise? Because I know for sure you were like one of the OG reviewers on YouTube.
Right.
You, Sneak Geeks, Jumpman Bostic, OG people that these new people don't really know about. But how did you come across, like, what was your whole thing about that?
So I've always been on the internet in general, like just trolling through the internet and stuff like this. And YouTube I was on very early, mainly to watch, I think, like World of Warcraft videos and stuff like this back then. And then at some point I stumbled upon Sneak Geeks' videos, and I was obsessed with those. I think he'd been doing it for about 6 months when I found those videos. And I remember messaging him and like asking him for permission, like if he mind if I started to do sneaker videos too. I didn't get a response from him. And he was doing Jordan, so I started doing Nike SB. It was something that no one was talking about online in video form or anything like this. There'd be pictures before sneakers come out, like grainy, like leaked photos and stuff like this, but you couldn't really tell what the sneaker was until it was in your hand. And so that's why I wanted to do the reviews and kind of show it to people like it was in their hands, so they'd know what the product was like before they purchased it and everything like this. So at first I was doing 1 video a month, and then it started blowing up pretty quickly within the first like 3 or 4 months. And then it became 1 video a week, and then a video a day. And at one point, I think I was putting out on like crazy days, like 7 videos in a day. So it definitely got a bit crazy. Even now, I think I have over 1,000 videos on my page, and even like really big YouTubers, I don't think you see those type of numbers. Usually people put out content like, every other day or something like this. I was really going crazy with it at one point. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the first time I came to your house, your parents' house.
Yeah.
You just got finished doing the remember the Soul Collector penny box?
Yeah.
I think you just got finished doing that, and then we was over there chopping it up. But for sure, and this is what a lot of people don't know about me. I was doing videos before, and you were my inspiration. Like, I was like, if Frank can do videos, I can do videos, but let me do something different. That's when I was kind of like reviewing like bottles and shit.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I met you at Kickspo, the first Kickspo.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I met you, Jumpman Bostic, Sticky 213, Cream.
By the way, I love Sticky's brand. Lilac Company. It's so fun. I feel like his designs are so dope, like super dope, like sci-fi stuff, and just man, I love his stuff. Shout out to Lilac Company.
Hey, I'm mad because remember when they came out with that what was the MA Hennessy?
Yeah.
What was it called? It was a purple Hennessy that they dropped.
Yeah,
and
I remember we were talking about.
And people were selling them on eBay, and I was like, I don't want to pay $100 for this. I'm gonna just hit sticky. And then they took them off eBay, and like they got a cease fucking. And I was like, I'm assed out. I should have grabbed them.
Yeah, I feel it.
So who from the OG YouTubers you would like to see come back?
Actually, last year, Sneak Geeks posted like a couple videos.
I did see that. I seen that.
Yeah, so that was dope. I
remember. Let me run through some names from back when I used to do when you used to do it. It was Sneak Geeks. There was Young Dr. Seuss. There was Soul DeVita. Soul Love.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaker Freaker used to do impersonations.
Yeah.
Even remember we used to be in Tiny Chat, DJ Dill's Shiny Chat.
Yep. Sneaker Freak, I still talk to him sometimes on Twitter and stuff about Pokemon Go. He's all in on Pokemon Go. He's always tweeting stuff about that. Yeah.
Joey Kiggs, Shiny Adventure. Remember Shiny Adventure?
Yeah.
Mr. Nike SB.
Yeah, of course.
This was like the first run of sneaker YouTubers.
Yeah. Wait, what years? What years was this?
What years was that?
2009, maybe 2010. By then, because I had started in 2008, and I feel like within those next 3 years, that's when a lot of those names were popping up. So within that pocket of like 3 years, I would say.
Oh yeah. What I tell people is like, before there was this Instagram community, there was a Twitter community.
Oh yeah, for
definitely. That was so dope.
We had a little community. Like remember meeting like on Sundays for Mayor's Ustream?
Yep, of course. That was like the most epic thing every week because he'd always have the like crazy sneakers. So for sure, I definitely remember that.
That's what's up.
Is Ustream even still popping, or is it all Twitch now?
Yeah. I feel like in general, the big social medias swallow up anything that was relevant. You already see that with, the stories on Instagram and everything like this. None of those companies can survive when, the big companies are just adding in those features. Even right now with this IG Live right here, there's no reason for, Ustream at that point.
Oh yeah, because they already did it with the FaceTime. You can do multiple FaceTime now. So IG get the multiple live. They already doing this right here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Before you know it, it's gonna be 28 motherfuckers we could get on here.
All right, what about 2018? What YouTubers are you watching?
Kais, Foamer, DJ Heskicks. I'd say those are the ones that I watch the most. But I still watch other ones too. But definitely those are the guys I watch. And then like Round 2. Gotta watch the Round 2 vlogs.
Yeah, the Round 2 vlogs.
Speaking of Kai, so y'all gonna do any more skits and shit?
Yeah, probably. He actually had just hit me up to do a skit, but I was in New York for the Box Logo crew neck. We were gonna be doing one, but I was in New York, so it didn't work out. But yeah, definitely next year for sure. Especially now, I got time to focus on projects that, I really care about. So yeah, definitely.
Right. Definitely. Episodes keep me entertained, laughing and shit.
So what do you think about Kais? Because a lot of people hate on him, but what I told everybody, I'm like, I respect Kais because he comes out and he tells people he's a hype beast. He's not trying to hide it.
What I respect about it from the get-go is I watch a lot of YouTube, and he was doing everything that the big YouTubers do, but in sneakers. He brought over the formula.
Yeah,
so it's one thing to be doing the sneaker content, but like, he gets flamed on because of clickbait, but that's what works. That's how you gain an audience, and they're still watching after that. They didn't get tricked really because they come back the next day, so they obviously subscribe for some reason. They're liking it, so to actually put those processes into effect and make it help grow his channel. I respect it 100%, And that's the way I like noticed his videos. Is I could tell he was doing something different, especially from like when I had first started. It was nothing like that. It was very, just here's the sneaker, here's the details, and his videos you'd see the sneakers and he might show them a little bit, but it wasn't really like that. It was more like funny and fun and like lifestyle. So I thought it was dope.
And what a lot of people don't understand is the sneaker YouTubers are compared to like the YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not putting that much impact on YouTube, because we got YouTubers like Rice Gum and what's the other dude name that be fucking.
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there with millions and millions of followers, but it's dope to see that the sneaker community, like the big YouTubers, they're at that 1 million mark. Like I remember like back in the day, like seeing at the time the biggest YouTubers were like 900,000 and 1 million, and I was thinking like, this is where I had already defeated myself. I was thinking there's a ceiling to the sneaker YouTube, and it can never be that big because it's not like mass media and stuff like this. And about 10 years later, here it is. So it's crazy to see. It's definitely dope to see every step of the way, the evolution of it, because it's definitely changed. There was like even after, I guess you could say, like the era where I was uploading, there's a whole nother era that happened, and it's still going, but there's like even people that started after them that have raised up to that level. So I feel like depending on when you started, that kind of placed you, and then the next batch of people would start and they'd be a bit higher, and then the next batch. So it's kind of
the early era, I'm calling that the Franelation Sneak Geeks era, and then I'm calling it. Then the era after that, I'm calling it the Fousey Tube era. Do you watch his videos, Fousey Tube?
I did back in the day, his like vlogs and stuff like this, or like prank videos, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. But nah, I saw the stuff recently when I was in Japan, like earlier this year. I saw the stuff with Adam 22, like all the like when he broke down that whole like 2 weeks where he's going crazy. I saw that, but other than that, when he threw the concert that no one was there for, or like his fans were there, but like none of the artists or whatever. And then he's kind
of going through some shit right now.
Yeah, that was crazy. But at the same time too, the thing that I wonder about stuff like that, I mean, I'm sure it is pretty real, but I wonder if he kind of planned that out for like hype or whatever. Like I don't know, like is that his character bit? Like I don't know, but it's crazy.
I think he's really going through some mental shit.
Yeah, that shit is crazy for sure.
Yeah, I was up one night loaded with my partner, and he was showing me all this YouTube shit. He showed me the concert and all the shit, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's crazy."
No, for sure.
But I think LA is kind of like that home base for those tubers.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people. I'm not even talking about sneakers. I'm talking about YouTube.
Oh yeah, it is like the mecca for YouTube, because at the same, like, you're gonna want to collab in order to grow your audience, and so having everyone in one general area so you can work on projects together and network, and like like it makes sense why there'd be a hub for that, because it's so big. Like every time you collab, that's such a big look for both audiences, or like both followings. So it makes perfect sense. Yeah, for sure.
So what have you been collecting lately? Because I know you always been a collector.
I'm always a collector. It's always cycling. And these past few weeks, I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh. My best friends, like still to this day, like that's how we met. Was we used to go to tournaments every weekend, and we'd have a gang of 5 of us, and at least 2 of us would be placing in the tournament. So we'd get like the cash pot and like share it, and then put that back into our cards and stuff like this. So I have a lot of fond memories with that game, and so it's been cool to like just kind of dive back into that again recently. So yeah. But yeah,
rarest Pokemon right now. Rarest Pokemon.
Rarest Pokemon. I mean, that depends on what you're talking about. You're talking about the card game, Pokemon Go, stuff like this. So
all that shit.
I mean, right now, currently, the Pokemon that I'm hunting for is in Pokemon Go. They just started a Christmas event, I think yesterday or today. So for like a couple weeks, there's Pikachu with the hat. That's common, but you can get like a shiny Pikachu with the Christmas hat. So that's what's on my hit list. I need to go out and driving around trying to farm one of those up. So yeah.
Okay. What about cards?
Cards, I don't know. I was like super into the cards like 2 years, actually like 3 or 4 years ago, until maybe the beginning of this year. But they have some like dope sets coming out next year, so I feel like I'm about to jump back into that. But I haven't really been keeping up with like the competitive scene on Pokemon cards, so I don't know.
Out of all the shit you collect, what is your grail that you own? Like your most important grail that you will keep no matter what?
House fire. You gotta grab one thing. What you grab?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He got that real YouTuber chair.
The Pikachu Bespokes I did, like that's gonna be it. It's a 1 of 1. No one's gonna have these, and like it just, very important shoe to me. So this would probably be that one thing that, no matter what, these are coming with me.
Okay.
So if your house was catching on fire, that's what you're grabbing.
This is the one. Like I got the Iron Maidens, I got the Supremes, Blazers, and Pigeons, and all this. But no, I think that's the one, because all the other stuff, to some extent, is replaceable, but those ones not so much. So.
Right.
And how deep are you in Bespoke? You three Pokemon Bespoke still? You got the.
So I did Mew, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, and I did a World of Warcraft one, and I haven't done one since. I think Mew was the last one I did when they had the event out here in LA. That was the last one I did.
Yeah, shout out to Afro Kicks, because I got a chance to do my Bespoke at Staples Center. They didn't have no open slots, but Afro Kicks gave me one of his slots. That's where I did my Woody Bespoke, Staples Center. One of the last sessions that Izzy had was in Staples Center.
Yep.
And shout out Afro Kicks. I wasn't at the unveiling, because I think, wasn't there like a party or something where they unveiled all the LA Bespokes?
Yeah.
I couldn't make it down there. They just sent my shit to the house.
Yeah.
It was me, you, Afro Kicks. It was Tyree Sneeds.
Yeah, I was Tyree. Yep.
It was what's his name? C-Los or C?
There's a bunch. I think there's like 12 or 15 people, something like that. There's a
King Poetic.
Yep.
Yeah, that was definitely a dope opportunity. I did my shit on Valentine's Day with it was me, my son, and my wife.
That's dope.
I'll never forget that for sure.
I feel it. Valentine's Day for me always is gonna have like a memorable thing too, because that's when Sean had hit me up and texted me about a Nike shoe that he was gonna be doing, and at that time I didn't really know what it was. Like, was it gonna be an ID? Like, I had no clue what was going on, but he invited me to be a part of it. And I remember he texted me on Valentine's Day, and I show up, and just that whole process of his sneaker coming out and like realizing, oh shit, like I, had a little bit of say on what turned out to be probably one of the craziest Air Maxes of the decade. Like, that was crazy too. That was nuts. So, craziness. Yeah, the midsole, the Air Max 1. So, I mean, at first, everyone in the room wanted to keep the 97. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Are you there?
Tell us about the midsole.
Cool. Yeah, so at first, they all wanted to keep the 97 midsole, and I had mentioned adding the Air Max 1 on it. And I remember Ben Baller kind of like laughed at it and stuff like this. And the conversation kept on going. But what we didn't know is, I think the guy's name was Henry. Anyways, they had someone who's sketching it on the iPad, and he had sketched out the Air Max 1 on it. And people in the room just kind of went crazy. Like, oh shit, like that's the one right there. And so that's what happened. But I remember at first, I kind of was like a little embarrassed. I was like, damn, was this like the wrong call? I kind of got laughed at for it.
Right.
But that's what happened. So.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah, that's dope. That's what I tell everybody. I appreciate what Sean did, because he gathered all the people together, and he got everybody's insight on that shoe. It was that
Yeah.
big meeting, that round 2, and you guys all put it together.
Yeah, that's
So
what's
how
dope.
much, because you were there personally, how much of the shoe was really like his call? Or did
He
everybody
wanted to
really
do a
pitch
97 and he wanted to do corduroy. That's what he came in the room with, and we kind of all brainstormed the rest and ironed out the rest of the details. And people were calling out, add this detail, add that, add the denim on it, LA to VA. So yeah, everyone, it was like maybe an hour or 2 hours of us just kind of yelling out things. It would get doodled on the iPad, stuff would get erased, put back on, and that's what happened. And at first I don't think any of us really knew when we left the room like exactly what was going to happen, but man, that shoe turned out beautiful. And
I can say personally now, I'm glad you said Air Max 1 midsole.
Yeah, I can't even really imagine it with the 97 midsole. I'm also say until that shoe, I've never really been a fan of the 97, like at all. Like I have a bunch of Air Maxes, the 95s, the ones, like zeros, a whole bunch of Air Maxes, but that specific shoe I was never really a fan of. And then after getting on that, I was like, damn, I've been missing out. But yeah, something about the Air Bubble, I don't know what it is about that shoe, but I just never really been a fan previous to that.
Yeah, that shit was dope. Shout out to everybody that was involved.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kaji, Miss Kaji,
everyone. That was
Gate,
dope.
Ben Baller. That's why I really appreciate that shoe. Sometimes it might not be a shoe that you really love, but the story can put it over the top. Like
that's really a culture shoe.
Yeah, that's what that is. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about Sean. That shoe is dope.
No, by far.
Yeah, it was dope that he called everyone together because he knew, everyone in this room loves sneakers. That was what was dope about it, is that, it was people that truly, truly like love sneakers, and so that opportunity was amazing.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay, another shoe that you love and that you started out with was the Nike SB.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about what's going on with Nike SB right now?
Man, for years I remember everyone's been saying like, sell your SBs. Yeah, everyone's like, sell your SBs. It's never coming back. And for the most part, I still have my wall over here of brown box, silver box, pink box, black box, gold box, blue box, all of that stuff. There was some stuff I sold out, but for the most part, my whole collection is still right here. And even the past 5 years, I would go back and pick up duplicates for like $200 dead stock, rare stuff too. So I wasn't mad about everyone losing interest on SBs. I just went back and size 6 is a rare size, so to be picking stuff up for damn near retail, I wasn't mad at it. And I'm not mad at the prices now because I've been posting some of that stuff up on StockX. So for the people that are just now getting into it, I got those rare pieces dead stock for them. So yeah, worked out.
All right, let's talk about the Diamond Dunk. What is your thoughts about the Diamond Dunks?
I have it right here. Just dropped the shoe. Craziness. Nicky Diamond blessed me with the yellow one. So I got invited to an event where they're going to be releasing it the night before, and I walked in there expecting to buy the black and the white one, and that was it. They unfortunately didn't have the white one in my size, which I was kind of bummed about. I bought the black, and then Nicky was like, yo, we got to get him the yellow too. And I remember them kind of like looking like, are you sure? Like, and he's like, yeah, get it for him. And so I had him sign the box and everything like that. So it was dope. I can tell you this, I wasn't even asking for this shoe because I already knew the craziness that was going on over at Complex Con and stuff like that. So didn't expect to get him, but happy to have him in the collection for sure.
Yeah, I know what type of person you are. You're very humble, and I know you didn't go in there looking for nothing. But how was the feeling like when you got gifted the yellow pair?
I was smiling so hard. I was so excited. I was there with some of the guys from Sound of Boys, and they were laughing. They're like, "You look so happy! Like you look insanely happy." But I was not expecting that at all. So that changed my whole mood. I was happy they were there though, because the line had already started forming outside, and it was looking a little bit sketch out there. So I'm happy that I wasn't there solo, because especially then that night that shoe was on StockX for like $10,000 or something like that, which is not the case now. But yeah, crazy the prices on that sneaker. So yeah.
And what about the new the lobsters, the purple, the green?
Both super fire. At one point in time, I've owned 2 of each of the previous ones. I currently still have 2 red, and that's it. I actually sold my yellow ones to Benjamin Kicks years ago, like 2014, 2013, something like that. I sold them both of my pairs. I had a dead stock pair and then the pair I wore. And then my blue pairs, I had a dead stock pair I sold off. And then the pair, I also jumped in the ocean with those. But yeah, the green and the purples are dope. Purple, first of all, purple or green, either on any shoe. That's like my favorite colors on sneakers, which I've been saying that for years. So these are like no brainers for me. So yeah, I don't have a pair yet, but super dope shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember your favorite colors were purple and green. I remember when the Nelly Spizikes came out.
Yeah.
I remember me and you were one of the people, we would push the Spizike brand. We were like, Spizikes is dope. To this day, I still fuck with Spizikes.
I agree. I even have, so there's a pair of Fusion Jordan 3s that were like black with green elephant print. And that was like, if not my top shoe of that year, I forgot, I put it on the list, like up there. And I still love that shoe. Just green and black on a sneaker, or green, black, and purple on a sneaker. That's just the perfect combo to me.
Right.
So yeah.
So I feel like you're biased though. Any SB that's coming out, you're all for it.
I mean, no. There's plenty of SBs that I don't have. Like recently, this year there was an SB that came out. It was like white and gold dunked high, and people were going crazy for it. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's some skate shop stuff.
I know which ones you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it right
now. I mean, I still like, crazy colorways and stuff like this. So like the trumpet ones or whatever that came out, I really like those. I don't have those yet, but I will get them. So definitely not every SB. And then the other thing too is, for the most part, the newer SB models, like they're not that comfortable. Like the shape isn't the same. Right. So there's that too. But I'll still grab them just to have for the collection if they're dope.
Right. Was you feeling that rivalry pack?
Which one?
The rivalry pack. It was like the bread dunks and like the foam
composite one. That's the one I actually wanted out of that pack, and I didn't end up picking it up. But out of the 2, that was the one that I was gonna go for. But I think even like I was kind of surprised. I could be wrong on this, but I feel like I checked later on that like morning and it's gone, and I was not expecting that to be the case. Maybe just my size or something. I don't know, but I didn't end up picking them up. But that foam one was dope.
Yeah, no, they sold out quick because
okay.
And I looked.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I remember being shocked though, because like I knew that the breads were gonna sell out, but I don't know why I wasn't expecting that with the foams. Right. So
yeah. It got out of there quick.
What do you think? What do you think Nike's SB is? Pushing the Nike SB right now.
I mean, in general, what's crazy is James Aziri, guy behind the What the Dunk and plenty of other amazing sneakers. Just before the announcement, where he came back to Nike SB earlier in the year, actually like a couple months ago at this point. I was DMing with him, and I forgot even how we started the conversation. We were talking about Nike SB, and like he was kind of saying like, well, at least I don't know if I want to say that part, but he was letting me know early. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fix this shit. Like, and literally within the next few weeks, I feel like that's when I saw the announcement. So, man, he is a beast when it comes to the designs, and he knows the history. Like he was passionate. Like I know he's passionate about the brand, and he still is. That's why he's going back to it. So I don't know what's where he starts in the pipeline. If it's the end of next year, if it's the year after, I don't know when we'll see his first projects or what they'll be. But I'm excited if he's there and he knows the feeling of the classic SBs and wants to bring that back. It could be a problem. Like I'm excited.
You think we'll get Dinosaur Juniors back?
That would be dope. You know how they always like switch out like from high to low, so maybe we get a low top or a mid. I love mids, so I'd be cool with a mid Dinosaur Junior. That'd be dope. Or even what they did with the Omar Salazar, that purple with the green. If they put that on a dunk instead, like switch that to the dunk model, that would be insane too. Maybe a dunk low.
Word.
That'd be nuts. So
I want to see him fix the Ferris Bueller's to make it look like the actual vest.
Got you.
Yeah.
At first when you said fix, I didn't even, but I feel you. I mean, that's still a dope shoe as is, but yeah.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So is
the gold box in general, like a lot of that era, super dope sneakers. And at that time, people were like, Nike SB fell off. But if you look at, people talking about it now, they're still like craziness. I mean, we got the Lobsters in the gold box, just as one example, but gold box was dope.
Man. Yeah, it's like when people say Air Force Ones fell off, but it's still those people that just they never fell off for them.
Hey, listen,
right?
I was one of them people. I say this shit all the time on the podcast. I was one of them people that fed into that bullshit, and I gave 4 green boxes to my nephew, and I can't get them back because my sister gave them away. I had Twin Peaks, I had 720s, Dr. Feelgoods, Boba Fett, and I gave them away to my nephew just on some shit.
All gems.
All gems, and I cannot get them back at all. I'm so hot.
I learned at like a young age through like random shit, but basically with Pokemon, I remember at one point like it was no longer like the cool thing. So there was a couple years where like I had fallen off of it just because it was not the cool thing. And I remember like when I got back into it being so sad that like I missed out on that experience. And ever since then, if there's something I love and I'm passionate about, I don't care what anyone thinks about it. I'm in. I'm all in at that point. So luckily I had learned that, by the time I got into SBs, so because I'm still with my collection now, I know a lot of people sold off a lot of their gyms, and in a lot of cases for like under retail and stuff like this, I saw prices as low. Like I saw silver boxes and gold boxes for like $80 and people couldn't move them like 6 months ago, like that recently. Like someone picked up this year. I remember seeing someone picking up a blue patent leather Avengers for $80. This was like January of this year or something like that. So it was not that long ago where people could not move their SBs. And
that's
crazy.
Yeah, quickly
things change.
To this day, right now, is your favorite SB still the J-Pack?
J-Pack's still up there, but Red Supreme Blazers is definitely my number one. J-Pack's definitely still up there. What the Dunks are up there. De-La's are up there. Pigeons are up there. But I think Red Supreme Blazers gotta be the number one.
So I know you sold your Paris Dunks. What was
a long time ago. I sold the B grades, hoping to one day get the silver box version and stuff like that. But now prices are even crazier than what they used to be. So that's probably never gonna happen unless they retro it. But yeah, I did have a pair back in the day, an amazing shoe. But to me, still the Pigeons are like the best of the City Series just because they're so wearable. It's like the perfect sneaker at that point. It just you put it on and it looks clean no matter what.
Was you feeling the black ones?
Yeah, I like the black ones. I mean, nothing's gonna compare to the first ones, but the black ones are dope. The one thing that was slightly disappointing about them was the fact that the Levi Dunks that came out like a couple years earlier look so similar. Even literally just today, I was going through my SBs and I pulled that box out and I got confused. I thought the Pigeons were in the wrong box. Like that's how much they look similar. And I just had to double take. I was like, oh, this is denim. But even with those, the Levi's, the denim kind of didn't really look like Levi's denim too. So I don't know. That's a whole different topic at that point. But yeah.
So tomorrow, if you have a meeting with Nike and they're like, Fran, what SBs would you like to see retro? What would be your 3 SBs that you would like to see retro?
Just because I don't have the Tokyos, the De-La's are what got me into collecting sneakers. So the De-La's and the Red Supreme Blazers being like my favorite sneaker. Those, but I want to see some different colorways, maybe like a purple or a teal or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I remember Pick Your Shoes.
Yep. Yep.
They used to have all the SBs
Yeah.
I mean, for the low.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, that site was crazy. There's a bunch of old like classic sites where I used to go on and just be grabbing sneakers for the low and stuff like this. But yeah, that's crazy. That was a piece of sneaker history right there for sure.
Man, for real. Like now
Yeah.
it's just all closed now. I just went to just go look for like nostalgic purposes. It's all closed now.
It's crazy.
Shout out to S. Chris. S. Chris is asking high or low De Las.
The highs for sure. Yeah.
See, first talk about the skunk dunks.
Oh yeah, skunk dunks was for sure.
Yeah.
That was great. So with that one, me and Shoe Wolf, maybe a week before the release, we were driving around. We didn't know what that shoe was going to be worth or anything like that. We each picked up like 16 pairs a week early, and we were selling them on Instagram for like $150. And then they released, and they were going for like 300 right away. And we realized how much we fucked up. We were wondering, like, these things are flying out. Like, this is crazy. So quickly. That was the stupidest, funniest, craziest. Like, we were driving around all week just picking up early pairs. And damn. I wish I would have kept. I had 2 pairs. I wish I would have kept 5 on ice or something like that.
Yeah, shout out to Shoe Wolf. Shoe Wolf was definitely part of that Twitter community.
Yeah, definitely was.
Hey, what about now? Let's talk about recent releases, like Jordan releases. What do you think about where's Jordan's going right now? Are you accepting the new colorways, or are you still like, I need the OG shit or whatever?
I think in general, just plain new colorways with a brand that's 30 years old, that's not cutting it. But ideas like Off-White or the Unions, where they're changing up an already existing sneaker, it's at that point now where like they kind of have to take those steps to reinvent it and make it new. And I think it's dope. The Union ones, perfect shoe right there. And yeah, I think they're doing everything they should be doing for a 30-year-old sneaker company to not like stay relevant. Makes it sound bad. Like, they're doing great. So yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. And
do you think Adidas kind of gave them that push where like, you guys got to get back on your toes, like y'all need to release some shit because we taking over?
But that's what's good with any industry. That's why you need competition. And if you're the only one, you kind of just feel like, let's give up and just keep re-releasing the same thing. There's no competition out there, so that's the best part. Like, if nothing else, I know there's people that love the Ultra Boost and the NMD, and there's people that hate it. If nothing else, you gotta love it because it pushed Nike to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm not like a fan of just one type of sneaker. I have Puma, Fila, Vans, Reebok. I have New Balance. Everything's in this room. Even Airwalks. Airwalks stuff. Like, so yeah, competition is good, and brands seeing what other brands are doing and stepping up to that next level. I think that's the best thing for brands and the consumers. So it works out.
I for sure think Nike and Adidas had like a little secret meeting. It was like, hey, look, Nike was like, we don't let y'all get y'all shine real quick, but we gonna come with a vengeance.
No, I don't think Nike knew. I think Nike was honestly, Nike was very, very like arrogant to like let the whole, they should have never dropped Kanye. And Adidas was smart in knowing that, that moment wouldn't have mattered if they didn't have other stuff lined up. They knew that. They had to come with other things to synergize the whole brand. Otherwise, it's a waste. Like, there's no reason to have this crazy big project and invest all the money if you're not coming with the goods all the way around. So I honestly don't think Nike knew what was coming, which is insane. But that's just kind of the arrogance right there. When you're at the top, you feel like you can't be touched. So I think that's happened.
What do you think about the Fear of God Nikes?
I don't like them, but it's not for me. But that's fine. Like, I like colorful stuff with crazy materials mixed together and stuff like this, and this is just a one color shoe. It's not for me. But that's fine. Like, you know, there's other shoes out there, but yeah.
But I know what type of person you are, but you can appreciate that he got his own Nike though, right, Lorenzo?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's dope. I'm not like against him or against Spirit God or anything like this. It's just for me, there wasn't a reason to go after that shoe if it's not something that I'm personally, you know,
Right.
I don't think that goes. Yeah, it's just not my vibe.
They wrestling boots at the end of the day.
What was that?
I said they wrestling boots almost.
Yeah, someone said that they're the Gokus, the Air Gokus, and I gotta agree with that. Got like the pointy toe. It looks like Goku shoe. So almost for that reason, like maybe they come out with the Goku colorway where it's like blue or something like that. Maybe I think about it, but I'm good off those.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's me too. It's like I might not like a shoe, but you might put out that shoe in a certain colorway that I might fuck with.
Yeah. I mean, just it's only black and like off whitish color, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm okay with those. So no need.
What about the new Alelis? The ones with the fur on the tongue?
Those are dope. I remember the first time she posted them like last summer, and I was in the comments. I was like, "Is no one else seeing those?" Everyone's like in the comments, like, "Oh, hey, girl, hi!" Like all this stuff. I'm like, but the shoes though, those are not Viotech Dunks. Like, what is that?
Right.
I think those are fire. And I saw her post recently, like the little removable like fur patch. I think that's good because I don't think a lot of people would like that. And
Exactly.
maybe that's like a detail for the ladies, or I don't care. That shit's dope to me too, so I'd have that shit on there too. I like the crazy stuff that no one's done before, the crazy colors, and I think that shoe's fire.
Yeah. I think they hit when they made it like optional with the fur.
Yeah, that they had to do that for sure because that's not for everyone, and I get that. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, that's a good move, but I'm keeping that on. Like, yeah, when I get those, I'm keeping it on. But yeah.
Because if you wanna be extravagant, I'm gonna throw this fur on. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, I'm gonna be cool today. Let me just take the fur off. Be cool.
Nah, I'm trying to be extravagant every day.
Right.
I don't know a Laylee like that, but I don't think her inspiration for that one was the Biotech Dunks.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like I remember. I could be wrong about this, but I feel like I saw on her story sometime within the past month her post the Viotechs or something like that. I don't know for sure, but like I know they look very similar, but I feel like I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I have no clue. But one crazy thing about her is I met her at ComplexCon last year, and I went up to her and gave her product from the brand that I was with, and she was like, what she said? She's like, "Oh, you're the kid from the Givenchy meme or Givenchy meme or something like that." I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." She saw it, like that was nuts to me, and the fact that she even like mentioned that because I know there's been other people in the industry who I used to talk to or like DM and stuff like this, and now that they've like super blown. I never even met her before, but still like there's people I did used to talk to, and they've blown up like super high next level stuff. And I've met them 3 times since then. And each time they're like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you," or like act like they've never met me before or anything like this. So not everyone is like that, or they'll mention you or anything like this. So yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, for sure. Instagram is trying to kick us out. They say we got 1 more minute. We're going to end it, and then we're going to come back so we can finish up the conversation.
For sure.
Because we got 1 minute remaining, so we're going to end it, and then we'll come right back and finish up.
What's good?
There you go.
All right, we back. Okay, you wearing, so your natural size is a size 6.
Yep.
I know when they don't have shoes in your size, you would go up size 7, size 8.
Yep, up to an 8 for sure. Yeah.
But what do you think about like I want to say specifically the Jordan brand with their GS models and everything going on right now? Like, are you with the GS models that's going on right now?
Of course. I mean, I feel like they've been doing better over the years. I remember at one point, for example, the 4, it's almost a completely different shoe from grade school to men.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I feel like they switched that up recently over the past few years, if I'm not mistaken. And so they're definitely, and even like just the push on like colorways with grade school and stuff like this, and stuff like this. So yeah, they're definitely listening and making that a better situation.
So did you pick up the Concords 2018? Did you pick up a GS size or did you pick up a men's?
Here's the thing. So one of my friends was working for Nike and recently just left, and I put in the order on her like friends and family thing to get them, and then the order got canceled. So I don't have a pair, but I mean I still have dead stock pairs from the last time. So I thought I was gonna get it, but it didn't happen. So
did you get a pair?
It's in the future. It's in the future though. Concords aren't going for that much.
On here too?
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, they're not going for that much, but I mean it's still a dope shoe, and the packaging on it was dope too. What was that?
It was a restock today, I think.
Oh really? I didn't even know that.
I think so.
I think there was a GS restock on Finish Line or something.
It was something.
Shit. Well, it is what it is. I know I still need to pick up a pair of the Mochas. That's for damn sure. I love the Mochas.
Oh yeah, I need to get to the Mochas.
They still sitting on sneakers.
Still sitting on sneakers.
On sneakers
Yeah,
sitting.
they're everywhere, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not too concerned with that. I need a pair for me. So whether
Right.
sitting or
I
not.
need to swoosh a motherfucking pair of Mochas one time.
Right.
What about the DB
That's good.
2018 DBs?
I like the Dunks. I feel like there's another one that I liked, but I can't remember now. But yeah, definitely the Dunks. I tried for the Dunks. It didn't work out for me, but I'll probably just grab a pair on StockX or something.
Yeah.
The 15s, I do like the 15s, and I feel like in general, well, okay, let me clarify. I don't like this colorway of it, but in general, like the shoe. And I think right now with the trends, or maybe even the past few years, it fits more in line with the trends of like how silhouettes are looking, or at least how they were looking with the NMD and stuff like this. So I think that shoe is a bit more on trend now than it was back then. I know it's very disliked to a lot of people. So,
Right.
Yeah, 15s is like you either like it or you don't like it.
yeah, I've always been a fan just because it looks so different, but it's looking a little bit more normal these days. So
I love 15s.
Yeah, I like 15s. I didn't like these, but I like 15s though. I don't like the DBs, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, that black and gold 15 for a DB. When I see DBs or when I hear like DBs are releasing, I always think like something like just
crazy
like,
color.
Yeah.
But it was just black and gold. But
Suede.
I got my pair and the suede was it was a good look, but it was still just a black and gold 15.
Pretty much.
I like when they do DBs and they're out of here. Like
what was the ones? What was it? The Kuba or Kubu 15?
Oh yeah.
I would have took those and just said DB.
Yeah, those were dope. That was dope. The red. One shoe was red, one shoe was blue, right?
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, I like those for sure.
Those
I
were
looked
dope.
on StockX. They still going for the high, but I feel like in a couple months they'll go for a little bit lower.
Yeah, I feel it.
Hey, for sure. Let the shit die down a little bit.
That's always the move. That's always the move.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm feeling about these Mocha 3s.
Yeah.
They'll drop to like 150.
It's gonna happen.
Already like 112 on swoosh. They still sitting.
Yeah.
So what do you think about what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Sorry, my bad. I'm loaded right now.
You good?
Not mochas. What was I gonna say? Spider-Man ones.
Love them. Those are dope. I still need to see the movie, but the shoe itself is super dope. Being a comic book fan and even just the Marvel movies and stuff like this, being a fan of that. And even when I first saw like pictures of Spider-Man like wearing the Chicago ones, I knew that there'd be some type of release. And so I know Bait Diamond Bar had posted, they had them, and I drove over there like 10 minutes after they had posted it, and they're already gone. But again, there's just a bunch of shoes that I need to be picking up on StockX, it sounds like. So yeah.
Right.
What's the last shoe you got?
I actually picked up a pair on StockX today. I got the Volt off-white Air Force Ones.
Okay.
And then before that, the most recent shoe that I picked up was the Cold Wall off of Undefeated. People were hating on these, but man, these things are crazy. They look like a dad shoe from 2085 or something like that.
Hey, look, when I seen those, I was like, why are they $200?
Yeah, I feel you with the price. The price is definitely a bit steep, but man, I've never seen anything like it, and I'm a fan. So, these are dope.
I've for sure seen those. They for sure was on sneakers. I was like, oh shit, what are these?
Hey, I remember at one time you and Populations, your dad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Air Mags. Do Pop still got the Air Mags?
No, we let go of both of ours a long time. So my mindset on that was I knew, completely wrong thinking in hindsight, but I knew that there was gonna be another model coming. So I was like, okay, I should get rid of these so that like I could sell these for the high and I'll get those ones for the low. And that's not how it worked out at all. my thought process was completely wrong on that one. So you know, you win some, lose some.
Sometimes it don't work out.
Yeah, I had the game plan already. I was like, they're retroing it. There's going to be a bit more this time around. You know, it's going to be fine. But nope, completely opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you still wearing Air Force Ones?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not all the time or anything like this, but yeah, I'm definitely still wearing Air Force Ones. I was wearing a pair just the other day. The Dornbecker ones, the like orange and red ones from like years ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
Was you feeling the new Yeezys, like the 700s and all that?
I love the 700. That's actually on my list. I'm going to be doing a top 10 of the year, and this one's on my list.
Okay.
I think this model is probably one of the best models he's done, just in general. And so I'm a huge fan. And I know like right now these are sitting for like under retail and stuff like that, and that's fine. Again, I've never really been too concerned with resale pricing or anything like that. It's just does the sneaker look good and everything like that. And this model right here, I think is nearly perfect. Super dope.
You feeling the statics?
Yep, those are dope.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like I'm Mr. Fuck Your Boost, but the 700s will be a boost that I will wear. I will wear the 700. I'll fuck with the 700.
Yeah, there's something about them. That shoe it's really good. It's really good.
I would say it look like an actual shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a moccasin.
You got any 350s in your collection?
Yeah, I have some Yeezys still.
Just look at the backdrop. just look at the backdrop right here.
All right, so still another one of my favorite Yeezys right here.
Okay.
Then of course, the first ones, and then the first V2s.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. I had some other 350s, but I've let them go over the years and stuff like that. I think I have 7 pairs of Yeezys, something like that, and I've definitely had a lot more than that over the years. So yeah, let go of a bunch of them.
Right. I keep seeing people in the comments saying, "Why'd you leave Sandal Boys?" Hey, y'all missed it. Go look at the old. Go look at watch the early videos. We talked about it.
I'm not even seeing the chat. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to scroll up and it's like frozen or something. But yeah.
They keep saying, "Oh, why you leave Sandal Boys?" Like we talked about it. Yeah, I missed it.
Hey, Fran left Sandal Boys for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look out for the new Franelations brand.
Whatever it may be in the company.
Right. Hey, I'm calling it because I like to call shit on the podcast.
Okay.
I'm calling it. Fran will be. Sometimes you got to drop shit that you no longer have use for to make something else happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say no longer have use for, because like, man, it was a hard decision. Like, I'm gonna be honest. This Sound Boy is one of the most like proudest things that I have under my belt, and so it was not an easy choice, but it's just something I had to do.
Let me say, like I said, sometimes shit run this course.
But Sando Boys was not yours.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing is it was, but it didn't feel like it was. So.
Okay.
So it wasn't yours.
The feel.
I mean, it was.
The feel.
Yeah.
That's
So.
it, man. But
it's all right though. Fran, you already know.
Facts.
This is only the beginning.
No, I agree.
We're gonna get some Franelation SBs. I'm praying for you.
We'll see. One day.
Don't even act humble. You already know that's in the future.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
If you was in there helping Sean with his shoes, it's gonna happen.
I mean, that's the thing that's how I met James was in 2013. They actually flew me out there, and I went through the process of doing a shoe, but it just never released. So I mean, I've already had the opportunity once. So we'll see. Maybe one day.
It's coming. It's coming.
Like it.
All right,
long as we could be in the room with you.
We don't got to be in the room.
That's the thing. Even when that was the thing, much like, so you were saying earlier how you respected Sean for like inviting other people in on his project, and I agree wholeheartedly. When I first got that Nike SB opportunity, I hit up Ree right away because I wanted him to do the art on the insoles and stuff like this. So I'm of that same mindset too. Like I wanted to share that experience. I felt like it wasn't just me there. It was, the community there. So if I ever get the opportunity again, much like what Sean did, much like what I tried to do previously, it's going to be the same thing. It's not going to be just me designing that shoe. It'll be me and a group of other people that, I know want it just as bad as I do. So, yeah.
And that's the difference between, excuse my French, but a real nigga and a regular person. Because you want to, the best thing you can do is give somebody else an opportunity to be involved.
Right, for real.
And that's what
it's not every day an opportunity like that comes. So if they already have you involved and they want you involved, might as well bring the homies in on it too, because it's probably not going to, happen again too often, So share
that. Say, if I win, we all win.
Yep, exactly.
Perfect example.
So let's say Nike call you tomorrow, like, friend, you're getting your own Nike SB. What would you do?
I've already said it for years. Very simple, just black and white sneaker, but the materials on it would be crazy mix of materials, and I'll have all the color on the inside, the inner liner and the insole, and that's where like the crazy detail will be like on the inside of the shoe, and the rest of it is just very wearable, and
What model?
What model? Real we
SB. Gotta be a Dunk Low. If not, then maybe a Blazer. So
okay, I like it. Yeah, like you said, that's real SB-ish with the inside liner. Because I'm thinking about, I remember going to Huff with my partner to go get the I can't think of the name of them, but I remember they look like the guitar case.
The Gibsons.
Yeah, those. I went with him to get those, and this is before I was really like in the SBs like that. I'm like, the shoe ain't all that, but the inside is dope.
Yeah, the inside was crazy on those. Yeah.
So that's true SB fashion right there.
I agree. That's like a staple of SBs, even with the Hunters. There's so many examples of where like all the detail was like, or not all the detail, but a big portion of the detail was on the inside.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think about the recent release of the what was those pink fours that they were kind of like a clot, like they kind of like you take off. It was a women's shoe that came into a size 15. Well,
I don't even know. I can't even think of what those are. Jordan 4, you're saying?
It was a Jordan 4. Was it hot? What was it?
Them hot pink ones.
Oh, but that was, it's not out yet, right? That it's coming out next year. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like
those are dope.
The Valentine's Day ones, yeah.
Those are dope. At first, I thought you were talking about something that already released. Yeah, those are insane. Definitely.
What else we got? What else on the list? We got a little list right here. What else is on the list?
the clot infrared low 13s.
I like them, but I like the whatever, like the Wall of China ones or whatever they're called. I like those more just because it's so different and the colorway is still dope. I feel like it's not like I don't like that 13, but at that point it looks like just a Jordan release that has a clot logo on it. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
So it's not a bad shoe. I like it. It just
that was just reaching.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So
what shoe released recently that people were hyped about that you really weren't feeling?
I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is the Fear of Gods. I know people are going crazy over those, and people were like texting me that day, "Oh, you got to go out there, you got to get out there for that," but it's not really something that really mattered to me like that.
I'm not in the WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like we already said, we said it earlier. We appreciate what happened with Jerry Lorenzo, and the Fear of God. He got his own model.
Yeah.
But the shoe is not for everybody.
No.
Another shoe that comes to mind is like those Off-White Converse. There's definitely been like a decent. Oh, the not for resale Jordan 1s. People were like going crazy over those.
Word.
They're not bad at all, but it's just not something that was like high up on my list.
What color? Any color?
Yeah, any of them. But if I were to pick one, I guess the yellow one a bit more, but like neither of them really like stood out to me. The only reason why I'm really feeling the yellow one even slightly is because the Old Love New Love pack, like that pack specifically to me, like I just have fond memories of that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck Fear of God is.
That's funny.
Every time I see a Fear of God post, I'm like, who the fuck is Fear of God? Because it sounds like a fucking Sons of Anarchy fucking spinoff.
That's funny.
I feel like he should have got like his own model van. You know what I mean? See,
Yeah.
because he
he's
did
known for the
vans
van,
already.
yeah.
He should have got his own model of vans. Or
Nah, but no matter what though, we can't
No,
knock
he
his
can't, I can't.
hustle. He came in the game. He got a Nike, but he got his own fucking silhouette.
No,
Yeah.
that's real.
It's crazy. Definitely crazy.
I'd rather it be a van though. I feel like that if that model had vans on it, I would appreciate it a little bit different than it does with a Nike on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
The same model, but a van.
because I could kind of see that being a van. I could see somebody skating in those.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I will say in general, I think obviously like Nike's one of the biggest companies in the world, so you're gonna want to work with Nike.
For sure.
But his silhouettes and his fits, like I can see how it doesn't really like line up as much with Nike as like maybe a Converse or a a Vans or something like this is more in line with that style. So I definitely get what you're saying for sure.
No, man. Oh well. ASO West, ASO West, they cool, but they,
And I'm not
the ninja Nikes.
Those
That's
ninja
exactly
Nikes.
what they are.
Fear of Gods are not for tongue and feet. Okay. All right, we're gonna wrap it up, but
For sure.
what was I gonna say? As far as SBs, period, a lot of people were like saying like Travis Scott brought SBs back. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about exposure. And, if you're 13, 14, 15, you don't know the SB is a thing. You know that Supreme's lit, and you're probably at the Astro World concert tonight in LA, but, you probably didn't know about the SBs. So, yeah, I mean, that's all it takes is, even back when I first got into Bape and stuff, it's because, the artists that I enjoyed watching were wearing it. Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Kanye, Pharrell. Otherwise, I would not have known about Bape. So it's all exposure, right? And so It makes sense. And I was around that age, and I was a little bit older, but around that age, so I get it and I understand it. It makes sense to me, and I think that's exactly what happened. It takes
a lot of
something
people
to a product.
A lot of people don't understand that. I always say it every time in the podcast. I always say it. people might not look at nothing, but when you get the right person to wear that brand or whatever item that's selling, people will follow you.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I actually learned a lot from Nike, because I remember very early on when I started the YouTube thing and they were sending me packages and stuff, like I was like thinking like, they're crazy, like why are they sending me free shoes? And that's marketing right there. And it took me a while to realize it. And if it wasn't for that experience, like doing the YouTube thing, I wouldn't have had that know-how when we did, Sound of Boys. And that was my main role, was seeding the product out to the right people and getting it in the right places. And that's such a big thing. It's not just like, it's no one wants to be the first one to a party. So unfortunately, even if you like something, subconsciously you need that cosign from other people in order to, it shouldn't be this way, but that's how it is. People need to see that cosign in order to really dive in. Mm-hmm. So Nike and these brands know what they're doing, and luckily I was able to sit back and watch and listen and learn a little bit from them.
But do they really know what they're doing? Like, I feel like Nike should really be reaching out to people that's really, like, my one thing is Jordan Brand should really give Jumpman Bostic a Jordan.
Yeah. That's the sucky thing, as I 100% agree with you, but that's the thing, is it's not just one person up there. There's a lot of different people, and it takes the right person knowing about it, and then still you got to pass that through and explain to other people why. There's a lot of layers to it. So I agree with you 100%, but I get why the brands, I don't even want to say can't, but like don't, because they can take that risk, and it, like, we don't see it as a risk, but to them it is. And like, yeah, I mean, there's various reasons I can see as why something like that.
You know who I feel take advantage of that? Reebok. I feel like if Jumpman Bostic was on Reebok's hella hard, I feel like Reebok would have gave him a shit.
Yeah, in general, there are these smaller brands, and they need to see what their competitor. I don't want to say smaller. That sounds weird. Like, you got to always look at your competitors and see what advantage you might have on them. Whether it's because that strategy right there. If you know that another brand isn't going to do something because whatever, then it's on you to do that and be the first to do that. And make your mark in the industry that way. So, so yeah.
So tomorrow I'm going to start a petition. I want to get Jumpman Bostic his own Jordan, and I want to get Frenelations his own SB.
Yeah, that would be great. I would, even more so than my SB. I would love to see his Jordan, because really early on, I got DMs from him, and he reached out to me and he kind of asked he kind of asked for tips, and it's so dope to see, everything he's done over these past basically 10 years at this point. And I wish him nothing but the best. And I definitely want to see a Jordan with his design cues on it.
Cause he got too much.
For the community, what we say, quote unquote, on the community, I would love to see a Frenelations SB. And I would love to see a Jumpman Bostic Jordan.
It's gonna come.
I'm all for it.
It's gonna come.
Him first, though. Him before me. That's what I want to see. But I'm all for it.
Oh, you being too humble.
It's gonna come. I feel like it's gonna come.
And I want to see a Mayer Air Force One too.
Yep. Yeah. As much as he's been repping for them heavy for all these years.
Tough, and all of a sudden the city pack came back.
So you've been doing this for what, 10 years or 10 years plus?
June of this year marks 10 years since my first sneaker review. But on YouTube, putting up videos since like 2006. Like, I used to do like little sketch comedy or like music video lip syncs and stuff like this in like 2006 and 2007 with my friends.
So if anybody's watching that's in the higher, we got Rich Complex. He definitely follows us. We got a lot of people from Nike that follow us. We would like to see a Mayer Air Force One. We would like to see a Frenelations SB, and we would like to see a Jumpman Bostic Jordan. Can y'all make that happen?
These are all facts right here.
we got to shout out our Nike rep. Hey, Jim, make that happen, bro. We need that.
No, that's funny.
So anything else? Anything else you want to let people know before we get out of here?
Nah, thanks for having me. It's been
appreciate
fun.
you getting with us.
For sure.
No, for sure. Yeah, thanks for having me. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to next year. You can expect a lot more YouTube videos, skits with me and Kais, my own clothing brand, another sneaker collab, and much, much more, I'm sure.
All right, so when you get off with us right now, what game are you playing?
Man, I'm actually probably not going to be playing any games. I'm going to be hanging out with the girlfriend a little bit and probably just like watching some shows or something, just kind of hanging out. So.
Okay.
Well, what
Are you on Red Dead Redemption?
I only played through like the beginning tutorial and right when I got out of it, that's when I like turned it off and I haven't played it since. Even with like Grand Theft Auto 5 when that came out, I played like a little bit of that. I feel like with those type of games, that's not really for me, but I always end up checking it out, and then not really getting into it. So I like wizards and dragons and monsters like Pokemon. I like nerdy shit. That's like
so, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So what game are you waiting to come out? What's the most anticipated game?
I mean, next year's Pokemon, just because the one that we got this year is not just a remake. It's kind of like a 1.5 project. It's not the main series technically. So next year is gonna be like the actual first Pokemon game on Switch. That's like, I'm sure gonna be completely different art style and everything like this. So next year's Pokemon is the game I'm probably.
Have you been on Super Smash Brothers?
I definitely have. I need to get my homie just got a brand new house, and this weekend we're all gonna be over there drinking and playing Smash Brothers all weekend, just like we did as kids. Well, not the drinking as kids, but so yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Are you still in the same apartment that I went to?
No, I'm back at the house. Yeah, I'm back at the house. My parents are actually in Catalina Island now. They moved out to Catalina Island a couple years ago, so I'm no longer at the apartments anymore. I moved out of those apartments like 2 years ago. It's been a little while now. So.
Okay.
Shout out to Jay Meeks. Shout out to
Jay is downstairs asleep on the couch right now. We had all you can eat sushi just before this, and he's in food coma. So,
shout out to Jay Meeks.
Yeah.
That's my nigga right there, though. For sure.
Agree.
Anything else? What you got coming for people that didn't hear you in the first part of the podcast? We know you got some shit coming up.
Yeah,
no
well,
more Sunday Boys,
do you guys keep the first part up? Because if so, you guys definitely go check that out. You guys definitely go check that out. And then not much else to say other than I had recently left the brand I was working with and going to be starting my own brand completely on my own. So very very excited, a little nervous, but I think it's all gonna work out as it needs to. And
chances make champions.
Yeah, don't be nervous.
Yeah.
Me and Grincho Bay Area, so
in general, I think nervousness is good. Like you should never go into something just thinking like, oh, I'm the best and like no way this is gonna fail. Like, you gotta really know what you're getting into. So a little bit of nervousness is good every now and then to really understand what's in front of you. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you getting on with us.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Thanks for having me. You guys have a good one. It was fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Again.
Yeah, we're gonna have you on again.
Right. Next time we gotta get you on the podcast.
Once you get your numbers up, I don't want to say your numbers up because your numbers been up. But
especially once I have the brand out and like the consistent videos up all throughout next year, sounds good.
We had a pop up. We gonna do a live podcast.
I appreciate you. I know we gonna get a friend relations SB because I know that's definitely top of the line right there that you really shoot for.
Yeah, I mean, I want to work with as many companies as possible, but definitely SB is like the top of the list. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We appreciate your time.
SB and Bape. Those are my big two.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if we can get a Friend Relations SB Bape collabo.
Oh yeah,
let's make
it happen. That's gonna be a complex.
Wait. One thing. Are you going to Complex Con Chicago?
Yeah, I could definitely picture myself heading out there. Just to check it out this time. The past 3 Complex Cons I've been there, as an exhibitor, but in this case I'd be checking it out and seeing what's up with it. So yeah.
Hey, what was your favorite Complex Con out of the 3 Complex Cons that already went down?
I feel like the second one was the craziest, right? Like the Nike releases were insane, the Adidas releases were insane, but yeah, I mean, the second one I think was the craziest. Yeah, that's
shout out to Frat Relations. Thank you for coming on with us and everything. It's the Heat Hoarders podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, Heat Hoarders.
Hey, Frat Relations. I'm gonna tell you right now before anybody forget about it. I love you. Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate you.
Good luck with everything you got going on.
Thank you.
I don't want to just put like Sandal Boys under the bus, but fuck Sandal Boys.
Nah, it's not like even all throughout the weekend. There's people they're sending me some funny ass videos too. Of them like stomping on the sandals with Gucci sandals or like whatever it may be. But I didn't post any of that because I'm not trying to feed into negative energy.
I'm gonna put it out there right now. Only reason I fuck with Sandal Boys is because you was involved. But
thank you.
Shout out to Sandal Boys because that was definitely, like we said, that was a part of
he started that shit.
Yeah,
he started that shit.
But we got some new shit coming on. Relations.
Get ready for the new shit. It's gonna be fine.
Yep.
And hit us with some exclusive shit that you got coming out, so we can put it out there first.
I mean, yeah. Once I know some info, I mean, some stuff I can definitely tell you. Like at least some of the mindset I have on it is, I always want people to feel like they're getting more than what they paid for. So you can definitely expect, whatever, like a certain random freebie to come with the product that kind of changes either with season or with each release, and include it, stickers. Like always, whenever I can add value, I will. Always gonna have a bunch of giveaways. Always gonna have a bunch of like early access type events. So I really want there to be interaction and like fun and like a collecting aspect of it. So all the stuff that from the industry that I really like, I'm gonna try to add that all into one cohesive thing, and that's what the brand's gonna be. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna try to make it as fresh and new as possible. So
shout out to Brand Relations. Shout out to Brand Relations, the brand.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you got going on, and I wish you the best of luck for everything you got going on.
Appreciate it.
And I really appreciate you coming on to the Heat Hoarders podcast. And I can't wait to see what you got coming up.
Not too far away, next year, so stay tuned.
And once some new shit come on, we're gonna have you on again.
Sounds good.
And appreciate you for real.
No problem. Until next time, guys.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Holla.
One love.
It's been the Heat Hoarders podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. God damn it, So West, you was a funny motherfucker. Hey, God damn it, I was holding it in the whole goddamn time.
Don't let this nigga Mal tell you everything. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching.
God damn
We'll have this on YouTube. We got Mal, a.k.a.
Oh, man. Heat Hoarder Mal, a.k.a. Mal, a.k.a. Mal, a.k.a. Call Me Mal, a.k.a. Ian Spark, a.k.a. Hen Griffey, a.k.a. Bob Syrup, a.k.a. E3 time on your bitch.
We got
a few, but it's all good.
We got Dre, a.k.a.
Kick Game Dame, a.k.a. Waldo Foldo, a.k.a. the new one today, Santa Banta.
And we got Grincho, a.k.a. Barry Gasso, a.k.a. Fuck Your Boosh, you B.I.E.
Mm-hmm.
It's lit. We keep it lit. We try to give y'all what we can give y'all.
You feel me?
Shout out to Soul West. Shout out to Jeremy Lee. Shout out to Beto Kicks. He been here since day one. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate you guys watching the podcast.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to hit y'all next year. No, we got one more Wednesday before next year, right?
For sure.
Might have an end of the year fucking
You know.
Parlay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Parlay.
Cane's on Dre.
Cane's.
Cane's on
That means I'm just going to sneak crispy, crunchy chicken in Cane's bag.
That'll work. We don't know the difference. Don't listen to this, my friend.
Hey, if we can't get the crispy crunch, we'll take Soul Cold Kitchen.
Oh, hey, listen. I had me some Kraft fries last night.
You feel last night.
You feel me? Going crazy.
Yeah, but y'all follow the heat orders because we trying to bring y'all that shit that people don't.
You know what I mean?
You feel me? Shout out to Kaji. Shout out to Beto Kicks. Kaji Holic, he always keeps it real.
For sure.
Shout out to Soul West. Soul West is still in the building. Shout out to Beto Kicks. Shout out to LaFresh. Who else was in the building?
S. Dot. You said Jeremy.
S. Dot, I think he went to sleep because he got to work tomorrow. But shout out to all y'all.
Word. And if y'all want to hear about why he left, watch the first live. He told
Watch
us
the
why
first
and all
live.
that
We gonna record the first live and the second live. We gonna put it together. We gonna put it on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube.
Shout out to
Go
Franelations.
watch. Go watch.
Shout out to my nigga Jay Meeks. He's in the building. Shout out to everybody. You feel me? Follow the Heat Orders.
Yep. Follow the Heat Hoarders.
We still looking for Dominique.
Yeah.
We still looking for Orlando.
We don't know where he's at. You know what I mean?
We've been hitting him up. He been hitting us
see
with
everybody
this,
asking, DMing us and all the shit. Hey,
Like we see the DMs.
yeah,
seen the
we
DMs.
want to know where he's at too. God damn it, you feel me? But it's all here. You know what I mean? The Heat Hoarders.
Tap here.
God damn it.
Heat Orders podcast, your favorite podcast.
You feel me? And
Make
if
sure you
if
follow
it's
us.
not, you stupid, motherfucker.
Wait, hold on.
If it's not your favorite podcast,
Hold on.
they dumb.
The Heat Orders is not your favorite podcast?
Nope.
Y'all going
Ah, nigga, friend. So it's called nigga Dre Fat Boy SSC.
Wait, Fat Boy SSC in the back. He called you Fat Boy SSC.
So let's set his ass up.
We'll take that for now.
Oh
We'll take that.
shit.
But this is the Heat Orders podcast. Shout out to the YouTubians,
Yep.
iTunians,
Press play pushers and all that
Press
shit.
Play Pushers. Make sure y'all listen to us on the Stitcher, Google Play.
Yep. SoundCloud.
We gonna keep it lit.
Of course, iTunes.
All that shit. And if, like I said, if this ain't your fucking favorite podcast, you's a stupid motherfucker.
I'm telling y'all because we got content. And that's
You
right
feel me?
now. It's 2018. That's what matters. Content.
Yep.
We got
we'll
content.
mask
but y'all
up and
just
come to
gotta
your
listen to
motherfucking
us,
house, nigga. Straight like that.
We ain't even got to do that shit. We just see niggas.
No, I'm sending motherfuckers to
No, we
motherfucking
just
house. This
see-
ain't your favorite podcast? I'm
Wait.
sending motherfuckers to your house. Straight like that.
No,
Fuck
we
that.
just see niggas and we put them in the headlights.
Exactly. We coming to your house.
It's Dre, it's Mal, and it's Grincho.
You feel me?
Heat Hoarders podcast. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Quinn. Shout out to